One Richard Ortiz.
Hey, my government, you got to put it out there.
Whatever. Listen, it is time. Don't be opening it up. No, don't do it. You over there trying to cheat. You can't do it. You're not allowed. When we do Plead the Fifth, the person who has to get the questions is not allowed to get a lead. So they can't look at their phones, and they can't look at the texting that's coming in. So they're flying blind, and now it is Rich. He just heard me say, "Oh, Jesus."
Now I'm trying to take a peek. Yeah, I'm like, what are they writing in?
Yo, somebody just wrote one. Did you see it?
I did, and I'm like,
damn!
I don't know if I want to ask that.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to ask that one. No, all right, listen, you get a pass for a reason. I mean, and usually we try and keep it balanced, but I am clockwise. I'm going first. So my question is easy for you. I mean, maybe I don't know. Rich, can you remember? Now, this isn't like family or whatever, but can you remember the first person you saw naked? And if so, who was it? What age? What happened?
It's a big moment for a man.
I mean, or a kid. Who knows? What age? Who was the first person you saw naked?
I'm not sure if it was the first, but it was definitely the one that I remember.
Yeah, the first person you remember.
First. I had a neighbor. Her name was Anita.
Old?
She was probably like around.
No, I mean you.
Oh, I was like 13.
13?
I was like 12, 13. And I was babysitting because my little brother was friends with my neighbor's, I guess, grandson. And so I was babysitting my brother and them, and I went over there. And the grandson started crying, and he was like running, and I was like freaking out, and he started running around the house looking for Anita. She was down in the basement taking a shower, so then I ran after him, ran downstairs, and he opened up the curtain, and she was butt naked. And that's the first one I remember, because that was the first time I saw fake boobies. And I was just like, what's going on over here?
Was it a game changer?
I remember I went home and I was like, Mom, why do Anita's boobs look different than yours? I remember that.
She's like, mind your business.
And she was just like, she got surgery, please. Like, she was so offended.
You know what your mom's boobs look like?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I mean, everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Well, you were breastfed. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I remember like going and like.
Okay. All right. We got the answer.
I mean,
We're not gonna make it creepy.
Yeah,
she's trying to make it weird.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like everybody knows what their mom's
When you
boobs
grew up
look
around
like.
your mama, you know what your mama look like.
Okay, all right.
You've seen her walking around before.
Yeah.
So yeah, Anita, my next door neighbor.
There you
she was
go.
my first.
Anita.
Rich, you have a roommate, correct?
Yes, I do. My man, Mike. Yes.
Mike, your roommate. Okay, I have a question for how long y'all lived together?
6 years.
So, out of 6 years of being roommates, what do you think? Living with Rich. What's the best thing about living with Rich, in his opinion, and the worst thing about living with Rich?
All right. The best thing is that there are always going to be like some spontaneous nights where like sometimes I'll be out at work at the club or something, or I'm like out for Gasparilla, and like my roommate will just be home, like passed out, and I'll come home with like a party. Like, I'll come home with like 2 or 3 girls, like a couple of my boys, and I'm always just like, oh, don't worry. And everybody's like, oh, is your roommate there? It's like, don't worry. Like, he'll start partying with us. And so, like, there have been a couple of times where I brought people home and, like, my roommate ends up reaping the benefits of it, hooking up with somebody. So, like, that's the best part about it. It's, like, just spontaneous nights. Like, I'll just have parties at the crib. The worst part about living with Rich, and I hate to admit it, but I'm a little messy. I'm a little messy, and I know Orlando's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, he is."
I am not.
Like he's seen my car.
Oh wait,
like,
so it's not just in your car. Like that's how you live.
No. Like, it's just sometimes, like, dude, I'm firing on all cylinders at all times. Like, and I need to do better at scheduling things.
Yeah.
No, scheduling myself, because like I'll be working in the morning, then have to do stuff at night, and I'm always like running. So I have stuff in my car, but it's like the same thing with my house too. Like I got clothes everywhere, and like my laundry, my life is just a never-ending cycle of laundry. So
Wow.
I'm a little messy. I'll say that.
All right, well, keep it in. Let's see. All right, so you said roommate has to deal with those kind of, I guess, challenges and hurdles. But I think your whole friend circle probably has to deal with the richisms.
Yeah.
That because everybody you roll with, that whole rat pack of craziness that you push around different continents with. So I have to ask you, if Rich's life was a reality show,
Okay.
if your life was a reality show, are there any? Tell me the craziest thing that one of your friends got roped into with you on the Rich reality show. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. I got my finger on the button over here if you're going to tap out. So,
The craziest?
craziest thing.
The craziest thing that I got.
Something that might get maybe get some ratings on the reality show, or get the reality show canceled. I mean, it just depends.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of friends. Anything happen?
He's thinking of something. You can see it in his face.
I don't know.
I want to tell this story.
There's a story.
There is a story.
Oh, I want to hear it.
The only thing is, it's gonna complicate things with. Yeah, I gotta plead the fifth.
Oh,
on this one.
damn.
I have to.
Really?
Yeah. Only
So you're leaving yourself wide open for what they ask on the other side.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna push it in 3.
Only because I don't know if I can say it on the radio, so I'm gonna plead the fifth. Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go.
I plead the fifth.
Gotta do it.
Plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Everybody is wide open
Wow.
times now. Come on in and welcome to the party because Rich has given up his pass.
Yeah, Rich is ready.
I'm gonna regret this.
Now you'll be fine.
Yeah, you're going to be great.
All right, Rich has used his pass, and so he is
Yeah.
he is catching all the heat. All right, let's see here. Out of the, you gonna go first?
Yeah, I
All
definitely
right,
want
you
to.
go first. I'll let you
How
go
come
first.
all of you guys know? You just looking at me and going, ooh.
I mean, damn, like for
Oh,
real.
damn.
Because once
Oh.
you passed, and everybody started like, "Hey, scratch that! I want to ask this. I want to
Yeah.
ask this." Like, I mean, there's, wow.
Rich, this person at 727 says, go back to the other question, Meredith. When was the first time he saw his mom's boobs?
What?
I don't know.
That? Oh, okay. That's weird.
I mean,
First time? I mean-
obviously, it was when I was a baby. Like that was the first time I saw my mom's boobs. I mean,
What was the one time you remember, like, you walked in and you're like, oh, Mom, put some on?
I think it was like when I was like 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I had seen my mom. She's just like walking around the house, and my mom had, my mom's a decent looking human being,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, your mom's cute.
Yeah, my mom's. Hey, watch.
Watch
your
I
mouth.
thought
He
I
was
was
trying to
fun.
help you.
I was trying to help you out.
He
dog.
really
My
was.
bad.
No, my mom's
I'm
good
sorry.
looking.
Because
Like,
you said decent.
I can admit my mom is good looking.
Right.
You know, and like people have said things about my mom and stuff before. You know,
Yeah.
I know my mom good looking.
Yeah.
She got a lot of cake.
Uh-huh. And?
She does.
But
I mean, I guess. Listen, all right, man.
Yeah,
You
stop
said
talking
as a
about
baby.
my
You
mom,
said
man.
as a baby, man. We're
Yeah,
moving
as
on.
as a baby.
All right, so
yeah.
D got a question out of the 941. But then there's another question down here at the bottom.
Do the bottom one.
The bottom one. All right, out of the 315, it says, does Rich eat groceries? In the romantic sense.
Oh, not from Publix.
No.
Nah. Yes, I do eat groceries, and that's the reason why I'm immune to COVID. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
I'm telling
man.
you, that's the reason why.
All right, out of the 941,
Uh-oh.
has Rich, wow. All right, but see, there's another one too, because they're like, all right, you okay. All right, there's one about a specific thing that you have talked about. So that, wow. I'll give you the choice. You get to pick A, B, or C.
Which
without
pill?
knowing. Just say A, B, or C, and I will read one of those.
C.
C. Okay. C is you're single and you sleep around. What would you do if someone comes to you and says she's pregnant? Have you ever gotten that call?
So I have gotten that call one time before. I'm not 100% sure how truthful it was. And at the time that I got it at, I think I was like 23, 24, 25-ish. When I got it, I was scared. So at that time, I wasn't ready for a kid, especially with the person that was saying it was with. But like, I would still, go into it being happy and thinking of it as a blessing. Then. Now, dude, I'm older. I'm a lot older. To be honest with you, if that came my way right now, like I'd actually be happy for it. I would welcome it. I want children eventually. I just haven't found that person that I could do that with yet. And somebody that I could trust.
Yeah.
Yet you do things that could result.
Oh yeah, because I'm practicing for when it happens. No, but like, yeah, I'm a little bit older now, and even though I'm single and I enjoy my single life and the freedoms that I have, like the one thing that we are put on this earth to do is procreate and make something that's gonna last longer than you. So,
all right, ladies,
I would love to have
who's
children.
ready to have a baby with Rich?
Yeah, whose baby gong is going off out there?
Yeah,
If your
I'd love
clock
to
is
have
ticking,
kids.
he's ready.
Yes.
Wow.
Nah, man, yeah,
All right,
I
so
would love to have kids.
You have one to boomerang. I don't even know what you can because these were very rich specific.
They were.
Yeah.
I can't. When was the first time you guys saw somebody naked?
Oh my goodness.
I know mine.
Okay, go ahead.
Mine was sixth grade. Sixth grade. I think it was maybe fifth or sixth grade. It was. I will tell you the specific name. It was Deidre Colquitt. Deidre Colquitt was a friend of my sister. My sister was older. Both sisters are older than me. So it was like maybe sixth grade. And she tried to take her own life. And my sister had to take me with her because so we ran down the street to her house, and she had taken pills and everything else. And so I was a big fan of this fireman show, and so they were always saying when they would go into places like that, don't touch anything. So I was in there telling my sister, don't touch anything. Let's call 911. And so they were like, what did she take? And I'm reading it from the bottle, and then she's walking her around to try and get her like sober or like up, and she had on this wife beater that apparently like the boobs had come out.
Oh my goodness.
And I was on the phone with 911. I was like, she took and they were like, hello. I was like, yeah, she took because I was like, yo, I'm looking at her, and she was like, she took blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, she did. Because it was a grown, not a grown woman, but my sister was
Older.
like high school, and it was older woman.
But you went through puberty right there.
Oh my God, my voice got deeper. It was like, yeah.
Excuse me, officer, you need to send somebody right now.
Yeah. I remember that was the first like full on naked woman that I saw, and I was like, yo.
Was she okay?
She's now, she's fine. She made it. But yeah, it was an ill-fated attempt. But
So the first time I saw a thing was on the playground. It was in the 5th grade. I forget where I lived at that time. Who knows? Probably Jacksonville. And we were on the playground, and you know how there's the big, like with the slides and stuff, but there's underneath you can hang out. So a lot of us were hanging out. It was a little dark under there. And a lot of the kids were playing some game where it was like, show me mine and I'll show me yours and I'll show you mine kind of thing. Yeah. And I walked in, I remember sitting there and I thought we were just going to play games. And then some boy just took his thing, and showed all the girls and all the guys that were there. And yes, that was the first time that I ever saw.
how old were you?
I was in the 5th grade. I remember definitely 5th grade. I don't know how old I was.
Wow.
10?
Like 11, 12 years old.
Wow.
12.
You can get kicked out of school for that now. I don't know if they play that game anymore.
I remember that game. Show me yours and I'll show you mine.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I
But
mean,
5th grade, that's early.
that was also in the closet, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was 10. Yeah, it was definitely on the playground though, because I remember all the wood chips and everything like that we were sitting on. I remember that specifically, and I was like, I need to get out of here.
It's like, this is not the game I want to play anymore.
Somebody said,
weird.
Meredith said, first time I saw a thing. All right, Rich, you have successfully made it through Plead the Fifth.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
Now you get to open up the text and look at all that we could have asked you. Enjoy.